Back to the journey. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. So we got good old Chubbs laying there on the driveway, just hanging out, trying to stay cool in this heat. Although today and yesterday we haven't got above 40% humidity. Yesterday was 35%, today was 33%. So it's been a nice relief. It's not that bad. So I'm going to go over what I got accomplished this trip. I only got a few hours in yesterday, and then I only did a few hours today because I had to go to closing. I had to go over to the major town and go Tractor Supply, pick up more fencing material, and do a couple other things. So not much done. These poles were put in last trip. I wanted to build a bracing, but I wasn't able to do it. With my friend Kim last time, we were able to do 4 different bracing, 4 different H braces, doing the wire and rebar and everything. So I was able to do 2.5. So I did these 2X's here, and then I did that half a brace across the top, just to keep the corner all sucked in. So as you saw last time, all we did was had that wood and got the wire to the end of this pole. Went ahead, got T-post put in, ran string line. Then I got these 3 braces done, and then went ahead, pulled the fence to the corner. I got the signs all put up so that way everything looks good. And I wanted to have this all done, but this isn't done because I'm just exhausted and didn't feel like doing anything else. So I did get the T-post every 5 feet. So as you can see over here, the T-posts go all the way down to the next H brace or corner post T that I'm gonna do. So, hey James, how you doing tonight? So the T-posts go all the way down, all the way to that T brace that I'm putting in. I wanted to have that bracing done as well. It's just I ran out of time and so much stuff to do, and I wanted to start moving animals August 30th or 31st, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that now. So, like I said last time, this tree I think's got to come out. I got to measure because it's 25 feet from the center of the road where I can put my fence. I own to the center of the road. I just can't put the fence within that 25 feet. So you can see here's the orange line, the 25 feet, and then I stayed well beyond that. And I want all this to grow up. I was thinking about doing temporary cattle panel pens that I can bring the goats out one day, clear area. But I want this to be all nice and dense because this is the road that goes down to my 2 neighbors. And then down this road is where I'm going to bulldoze into the property at the far end and build the house eventually. So this will actually be my driveway as well. But I've got to check with that tree. That tree might have to come out for the other posts there. So this corner all the way to the corner up there is the first paddock that I'm going to build for the animals. And then throughout time, hey Sandra, hey Michael, how you guys doing tonight? So this will be the first pen, and then once I get moved here, then I'll be adding pen, pen, pen. And the farther I go in, the longer and longer the land's gonna be for the pens. So the pens will get bigger. So I'm doing from the corner to there is 100 feet. Then from there to the next one will be 100 feet, and then whatever the width as it grows. So like I said, got this. The fence will connect to the gate, and it will come down here. And the roadside, I'm not gonna be doing the 100 feet. I'm just gonna go to wherever things match up. So I'm gonna do a corner right here, so that way I can have a 12-foot gate, and then that 12-foot gate will be able to swing across the road, because this whole side of the road going down will be 6-foot fence. So that way the dogs can't get out of the property, animals can't get out the property. And then this front line here on the inside and the line going over that way will be all 4-foot goat fence. So it's got these 4x4 squares versus the 2x4 that the no climb horse fences. So basically, going down the road all the way through, every pen will have a gate that will swing. We'll meet a pole over on this side of the road, so that way I can block the road off and run the animals from that pen. I'll swing the gate that way, so they can only run in this area, and have this gate swung here, and then the animals can run into the next pen. And then I can do the same thing, and the dogs will help move the animals when I need them moved. We can go up to the top, and the dogs will help push the animals out and go to the next paddock. So that's how that's going to go. And then, like I said, right through there, let's see, where's that? There's so many leaves and everything, but you can see the poles right back there. So it's going to go from there, come right out to here. I'll build the corner H-brace thing here, the gate, and then that corner. So that's what I got done on the fencing so far. And then, like I said, today was my closing, so I went and closed on the property. So the property is officially mine now. And then I had to go pick up supplies. I also got these tubs because I don't have the money right now to rent an excavator to dig out for ponds. So that's going to be a future thing. So I'm going to probably grab a couple more of these and then haul water, fill these up. One of these is going to sit right here in the open where there's no trees. So that way it doesn't get filled with leaves. And I'm going to use it as a small swimming pool, because with the humidity and just working out here, it's hot, and it'd be nice to have a little dip here on the property, let alone be able to just have a wash rag and a towel just to clean myself up after a hard day work. My realtor also said down the road, I want to say maybe 5 minutes down the road, he showed me a road that I need to go check out next time I come out. The road goes to the Buffalo River. For those of you that might have heard about Buffalo River, it's the only national river in the United States. And he showed me pictures. It's a big gravel bed, real beautiful and everything. And he said I can just take the side-by-side, load dogs up, go down, go swimming, go fishing, all that type of stuff. So I'll check that out next time, because I might use that as a place to just shower by swimming in the river and cleaning up every day. That's Mr. Mickey Mouse right there laying down. And this area that you saw last week or week before, whenever I was out here, I just had this little area cleaned up. Me and Kim were sitting here eating pizza and different things. I went ahead, I cleared all this area to this side of the horse trailer. Horse trailer's full. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to bring the flatbed trailer on the next trip with all the tractor implements. And then when I come back out, I'll empty the trailer because the trailer's full. And then haul the horse trailer back if I can bring animals out. Hey, DT, how you doing? If I can bring animals back. If not, I'll unload all the tractor implements here, take the flatbed trailer back, bring the tractor out. But if I do have this pen done, which the rate I'm going, I don't think I will, then I'll bring animals out, but we'll see what happens. As for these trees, so I cleared to the end the trailer. I'm gonna just peachy. Well, I guess that's better than just Perry or a bit Appley or whatever. All these trees I'm gonna clear all the way back to this big tree right here, because this ground is flatter than there. You can see that's got some slope to it, and then it flattens out right here. So the shed builders that I purchased the shed on my credit card is a 12 by 20. It's gonna be installed and built September 8th and 9th, I believe it is. So I've got to get all this cleared. I got to move all this stuff. I'm going to have them bring the shed almost all the way to the tree. And then that should go from probably my trailer down here to the tree, the 12 by 20. And then on this side, I'm going to have just a small little side deck with the deck coming across the front, because it's just going to be a residential door on the front, no windows, no other doors. And that way I have a little sitting deck here that's by the gate, and then leave this spot open here for the side-by-side or the tractor or whatever I want to have over here. Then I'm going to go from here to the corner where the trees are cut down, come over all the way down to that tree, and then a corner, and then come out to the road. So this will all be 6-foot fence around, and then, like I said, 6-foot fence all the way down the road to back of the property, so that way the dogs can't get out, animals can't get out. And then, just like I did at the ranch, I'll get some sturdy cattle panels and put the 6-foot fence on the gate. So this will be the 6-foot, and it will go all the way to the ground so the dogs can't go underneath the gate. And then they'll be able to run from the gate in this area around the shed and down this road as it goes. But like I said, since I'll have the 12-foot gates going across when I want to change out the paddocks, I'll have an extra gate that I'll just have cross the road immediately with the 6-foot fencing, so that way the dogs can't go farther until I get more fencing done. So that's what I have accomplished here so far. Of course, I got all that building material, got these tubs today, and got all that unloaded. So a lot of stuff got done. Went to closing today. That's pretty much it. So the only other new thing is, while I was at the ranch for the past week, I had people come to see their puppies. Thank you, 7XZ77. Appreciate it. While I was at the ranch, I had one of the people come out to see their puppy that they purchased that will be ready September 12th. And when they came out to see the puppy, once again, 2 minutes they were there, and here comes several sheriff vehicles pulling into the parking lot. So this is the 29th time now the sheriffs have been out to my place. So this time they came out as a server. So they came to serve me court paperwork. So September 16th, I believe it is, I'm going to court because there was a petition filed to shut down my business, the petting zoo business, on my property, which that's how stupid these people are in Colorado, that they're filing to shut my business down when the business has been shut down for a couple months now because I'm in the process of moving. So gotta go through more drama and more issues, and that's another reason why I'm leaving Colorado. And I think that's about it. There was this crazy guy, you might see some comments later on or whatever, from Boston, Massachusetts or something. Really weird people coming onto this channel now talking about he wanted me to call him before I started the live stream so that he could see me shirtless while he drank a Samuel Adams or something. And knowing me, I called him up, I let him know, but you know, I got a shirt on, so he's not getting excited drinking that Samuel Adams. It's just going to be a bland Boston lager. So, but that's life on the homestead. And as for the followers, I should say, that have been following me for a long time, my house was my place, my home. The 50-acre ranch in Colorado has always been referred to as a ranch. And I decided that this place is going to be called the Homestead. Glad you got that shirt on this time. Yeah, you're probably that crazy Boston guy. Arkansas has really nice people you will like. Oh, Barry, I will tell you, I've never met a nicer area, nicer location. I did, however, have another person show up at my gate, and he was on a phone with a guy that lives in San Antonio, Texas, that is down past me. And he's been going through this land to access his property. So we were talking, he said he had a deed of easement and all this stuff, which title company, lawyers did everything. Nobody has any right to go through my property. So when I went to closing today, we went through the maps again, went through the plat maps and all the county records. He's got an easement, and down, I think I showed you guys, where the rock walls are on both sides. That was a railroad track that went through long time ago. And he comes through there and then cuts up to the right and comes up to Purdom Lane and goes down into my property and drives through my property because there's the road on my property. Well, he can't do that. In the deeded easement that he has, it's not on my property. He's got the deeded easement to drive down the railroad track. So because the railroad track has been gone for so long, it's all overgrown. There's no road there. There's no track there. He'll have to get a bulldozer because I blocked that road off, as you saw, with those T-posts, which my property goes to the center of that road. I just can't block the road. So I have to pull the T-posts that I put up down there and then move the T-posts up 100 feet. And instead of going this way, go this way. So that way he can't come onto my property because by the deed and everything, he doesn't have a legal right to do that. So everybody I met, like I said, has been friendly. And even these people in Texas and everything, just super nice. They want to meet me. And met another guy out here named Tom. I mean, just everybody stops by. Everybody's friendly. My neighbor sent me a text message, welcome home, when I got out here. And another neighbor invited me to home cooked chili the other night. Who's that, Daddies? Who's that? Who's that, Daddies? They're getting used to all the vehicles. We don't have vehicles over at the other place. Which, when I build way down on the other side of the property, I won't hear any of these vehicles. And like I said, this shed is going to be temporary living, the 12 by 20. Then it's going to be divided in half. Half of it's going to be shelving for storage of my tools, rake, shovels, all that. And the other half's going to be work area. But like I was saying, everybody's been super nice. Got invited to home cooked chili, and it's just totally amazing, the people out here and the lifestyle. I also like all these bugs that you hear, the cicadas, and you hear frogs, and the life forms out here. I mean, in Colorado, you know, you see a deer, you see an elk, you see antelope. Out here you see deer, you don't see antelope. Haven't seen elk yet, but I've seen armadillos. I've seen at least a dozen snakes already. I've seen frogs. I've seen toads. I've seen newts and lizards and all different stuff. You just don't have that in Colorado. It's so dry in Colorado, they don't have all the small animals and stuff. So give me 1 second. I'm going to see what everybody's saying. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Yeah, they keep trying. I can't get out of Colorado quick enough. I mean, you know, I shut down my business. I blew all that money building everything out for the business and gave that money to the community and try to give the community something. And they see I'm leaving and they're still doing stuff. So, I mean, that's just how nitpicky and ridiculous the people are in Colorado, that they're still causing drama when I just keep ignoring them and I'm moving on with my life. They just got to have the last hurrah or whatever before I go. So, but I appreciate that. No, Barry, I did not know that you lived in the northwest corner of Arkansas for 6 years. I don't know why you came to Colorado. Hopefully it wasn't my channel, because I know I have about a dozen subscribers that have moved to Colorado because I lived in Colorado. And like I was talking to that crazy Boston guy, which for those of you guys that don't know, I was just being facetious. I was just messing around with the shirt comment and all that stuff. He's one of my subscribers. He's been watching for a long time, and he's reached out, and we have each other's phone number and everything like that. But I have probably a dozen subscribers, including him, that were looking at Colorado. He's still looking at Colorado. He doesn't listen to my thing. But I've had people say, why haven't I talked about how bad Colorado was for all these years? Well, I have. Um, I just don't do it where, except for a couple my later videos about the neighbors and all that stuff, where I would do a neighbor rant on how bad the neighbors are and stuff like that. But if you look and watch the videos, I kept showing the pond's going down, it's going down another foot, this is happening, the neighbors causing this problem, so on and so forth. This has not been a new thing in Colorado. 10 days into doing the rent to own on the ranch out there is when all this stuff started. I've owned the ranch out there for over 3.5 years now. So I put up with this for over 3 years. And everybody's like, well, why are you letting them win? I'm not letting them win, because while they're back there in forest fire, there are 5 major fires going, they're in a major drought, and they want to all be naggy and complaining and full of drama. I'm going to be living out here with great neighbors that invite me out for margaritas and everything else. And there's a steakhouse here called Colton's that is delicious. And I'm moving on to bigger and better. And the neighbors, I don't think I could find another place with neighbors as friendly, as courteous, and welcoming as out here. So let me catch up on the comments again. Barry says, it was at dang Grizzly Adams, I guess you're saying. Grizzly Adams is in Colorado, I take it? Or that's what made you move to Colorado? And let's see, Michael says, I've been away a while. First I've heard of the move. Good luck there, brother. I appreciate it, Michael. Yeah, it's a big change. It's going to be a lot of work, and financially, I've really put myself in a pit now because I have all this debt, and hadn't planned to go as far into debt as I am. And of course, for those of you that haven't seen, I bought that brand new truck. So hopefully the title's at the box when I get home. And then I can go pick up the new truck and get rid of the GMC over here and get that going. DT. Yes, it's been that long. I signed a rent to own in towards the end of 2016, I think it was, that I signed the rent to own. It was, I think, August or September. No, it might have been 2017. All I know is my Facebook memories pop up every day, like everybody's Facebook. And it just popped up, I want to say 3 weeks ago, that it was 3.5 years since I signed the rent to own. So I've only owned it for, I believe, just over a year and a half, or maybe 2 years. Because I did a rent to own for like a year or year and a half. And then I finally put money down and signed a mortgage to it, because the guy Jeff was letting me just do rent to own, and I was paying $250 a month, and $100 a month went towards owning it, and $150 a month went just in his pocket. And then when I was able to finally afford to get a mortgage, or able to get a mortgage, I should say, then I signed a mortgage. So I still owe a lot of money on the ranch. This thing was $34,000, as everybody saw when I got that in November. Had the track system and everything, which I still have the track system. This was 34 grand. That was all on credit, no money down. And my tractor that I bought when I first brought my grandfather out, that was 79,000 with all the attachments, and that was pure financing as well. So I have a lot of debt, and new truck and everything else. All these bills just stacking up. So I've got that's why I said right now I can't afford the excavator, because I want to rent an excavator so that way I could put ponds in this first paddock and do a couple others. I wanted to rent a dozer so I could bulldoze the road over to where I want to build the house. And then of course I wanted to build a house. So because I am totally out of money and I only have a couple $1,000s left, each trip coming out from Colorado is running me $400, uh, $450 between gas and drinks and coffees and stuff to keep me up driving. Um, so I've got enough to get everybody out here, and then I am strapped. The shed was 6,400. I put that on my credit card. Um, the truck down payment was $500. That's on credit card. So everything's stacking up. But the thing is, when the ranch sells in Colorado, then I can take most of that money and just pay everything off, and then I should be completely out of debt after I sell the ranch, as long as the price doesn't drop significantly from where it is. And then basically, if it sells at the sticker price of 450,000 that the realtors have it marked at, after realtor fees, after all my debts and all that, uh, I'll have enough money to have like 40,000 set aside and money to build a house. So I'm figuring the house is going to run me about 75 grand to build, but I'm giving me a cushion of $100 or $100. I wish I could build a house for $100, $100,000. So basically, I'll walk away with 140,000 after paying all my debts, as long as it sells at sticker price. Which, of course, it's not going to sell at sticker price. But if I can clear all my debts, if it goes down to 400,000, then that leaves me 90 grand left to build a house and no cash on the side. But that covers all my debts, which would be good because I'm paying interest on all my loans. And that way that gets me out the hole and gets me set up. And then, of course, move on from there. So I'm going to get the dogs loaded up because I've got a 15-hour drive home, and see how many more babies I have when I was leaving. Sweet Pea had 2 babies pop out. So I had 2 new baby goats when I left. So I'm not sure if she had more or if the other goats started having babies. So I've just got a lot of stuff to do, and the drive time is a killer. Right, Chubs? Say they're ready to get home and see Maximus and Minnie Mouse. So I hope everybody has a great night. Got a couple more comments. Let me check on these. Tony says, damn, didn't realize it's been that long. Means we've been following you for about 5 years now. Congrats. That makes you and Boss of the Swamp the longest two people followed on YouTube. Safe journey, Mountain Man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Barry, and thank you, James. Not 5 years. I started my YouTube channel in 2016, so I'm going on 4 years. I started in 2016. Got the goats in October 11th, I believe, of 2016. And then October 13th is when I almost got killed by the mountain lion. So that's how I can remember that. When I started homesteading, it was a couple weeks prior to that is when I got chickens and stuff, and then started the YouTube channel right after that. So going 4 years strong. And like I said, now that I'm out here and I have reception, I have internet, and I can do live streams, I'll be able to do a lot more live streaming. I'll be able to set up tripod when I'm with the camels and everything like that, and be able to do a lot of stuff. So like I said, with the petting zoo, I wasn't able to do as much. And with the bad internet and everything at the ranch, I wasn't able to do much either. So, but Mickey Mouse approves of all the footage. And I mean, it's just, like I said, it's just beautiful here. The skies are beautiful. The sunsets are beautiful. You can see some of those colors there, and the different oranges and stuff going through. And then everybody said, because all these are oak trees, you get all the different colors. Where Colorado, you only get the yellow and the orange with the aspens. You don't get reds or deep oranges or things like that. But I am just so happy. I wish this trip was my last trip to make from Colorado, but they're trying to keep me in Colorado by going to court and everything else. But one of these days I'll be here permanently. And like I said, in 3 weeks, when that shed's put in here, it's going to be so nice to have a place to sleep and get ready for winter time, and hopefully get electric installed before winter, because I definitely want to decorate with Christmas lights and really enjoy Christmas this year. So hope everybody has a great night. I appreciate everybody saying everything and commenting, thumbs up, and enjoy your night, guys. I'll talk to you on the next trip.